Major challenge ahead of this year's general elections. Mabuza embarked on a door-to-door campaign as part of a voter registration awareness in Giyani, Limpopo.
The lack of water, a prime challenge in Giyani. People go months without a drop of the precious liquid. Giyani was declared a disaster area by former President Jacob Zuma 5 years ago. A bulk water project has stalled following payment disputes between government and contractors.
In this area we've got the problem of water. Our roads infrastructure, it's a problem. So since morning they've been telling me about these two things, and now I'm taking some visits in the homestead here. Well, poverty is rife, very bad. We will try and intervene where we can.
People are hoping the Deputy President's visit will bring solutions to their challenges. We have no water here. The roads are bad, no schools, but our main problem is water.
The concerns of this area is mainly water. There is no water.
Mabuza has encouraged citizens to register for this year's general elections.
Now, different political party leaders crisscrossed the country, urging all South Africans to go out and register to vote. Let's take a look.
In Khayelitsha, the ANC was also out in full force. State Security Minister Dipuo Duba was encouraging voters to register, citing lack of things such as sanitation and roads infrastructure as areas of concern.
We acknowledge, yes, it's true, wrongs happened in the past, but we should put it behind us and move forward. We are saying never and never again this huge, large-scale corruption should happen, because you will understand that once we have this corruption, this is the money which must go to housing, the money which must go to schools and build roads and so on and so on. So as the ANC, you have already seen yourselves, we are trying to clean up.
The DA, led by leader Mmusi Maimane, pulled out a strong team to attract new voters in Mitchell's Plain on the Cape Flats. The party is targeting first-time voters and the youth.
We believe as a party that we cannot be living in a country where the resources of our country are being stolen by a few when many are left out. We oppose corruption in all its forms, and we believe that politicians who are corrupt must be locked away for 15 years.
The EFF leader called on the youth to vote, saying in an EFF government, jobs, particularly for the youth and women, will be guaranteed.
Ours is a struggle to empower the youth and African women who are the most marginalized, the most rejected by this government. South Africa today, 45% of young people are unemployed. We have never experienced that anywhere in the world. So we think that it's an anomaly which needs to be resolved, and only a cross can resolve that.
IFP leader Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi has called on fellow political party leaders to lead by example.
It's an obligation for those of us who are still alive to see to it that our democracy is strengthened. So I've not come here actually to canvass vote for the IFP, but I've come here to make sure that my fellow South Africans, are able to strengthen our democracy by registering and making sure that they vote for a party of their choice.
The Congress of the People encouraged young South Africans to ensure they were eligible to vote. It says the youth plays an integral part in South African democracy.
We want the youth to realize that this is our 6th national elections, and for being free in this country, we fought hard. Blood have flown for this, and the time has come for them to recognize and to come out in their numbers so that they can register, they can start voting, and they can change the country the way they want to change it.
The NFP emphasized on the need to mobilize rural communities to verify their addresses to ensure elections are fair.
Our leader here in Tengsangai voting station, her address was not correct. Then we ask our people, not only NFP people, but everybody to go to IEC offices, because it's not a last day, today or tomorrow, until a president announced the date of elections.
With the elections taking place in a few months' time, this is the last chance for people to register, to be able to cast their votes.